Well, good morning. And today is the Line Drive. I changed the name. I change the name every day still because I haven't figured it out. But today I thought we would talk about sports. And I'm a cable cutter, so I don't watch sports nonstop. I have my opinions about sports. I was about to go the wrong way, like I was taking the girls to school. I have my opinion about sports. I played college sports. My dad and my brother are coaches. I love basketball. I love soccer. And so that's what I thought we'd talk about today. Today is, I think it's Thursday, May 17th, 2018. It's 7:57 a.m. Eastern Time. It's 67 degrees outside. It's foggy and overcast. You can kind of see that out the back window. And I thought we'd talk about basketball. And I'm no expert, so I welcome you weighing in on who is the greatest basketball player of all time. And I think this is talked about a lot. I don't watch a lot of sports. Every now and then Stephen A. Smith and the ESPN folks and an ESPN clip will get on YouTube or make the rounds in the news. And I'm just sorry, I'm getting a text. We'll see if more text comes in. And they'll be talking about who, LeBron James or Michael Jordan, or I don't even know who else is in the conversation. Is Steph Curry? Steph Curry, is that even his name? See, I haven't been paying attention in the NBA in the last 5-6 years. And so it really makes me, I really don't have any room to be talking about this. But who cares? Because I'm going to talk about it anyway. Because it's my show. It's the Line Drive with Austin Wilkerson today. And there won't be any challenge today. Oh, goodness. Yep, that was close. It's a little foggy. Visibility is low. The car was closer than I thought. They didn't have their lights on, I don't think. Yeah, they didn't have their lights on. But anyway, who is the greatest basketball player of all time? And certainly, names that are going to come to mind are going to be LeBron James. It's going to be Michael Jordan. It's going to be Kobe Bryant. It's not going to be Dirk Nowitzki, even though I love Dirk. He brought the championship to Dallas. Love Dirk. But it's going to include Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson. I think it should include Shaquille O'Neal, but that's a tough sell. It's going to include, I don't even know all the old players. Wilt Chamberlain. I don't know, do you count John Stockton and Karl Malone as one player? And, who is, Kevin Durant is an amazing player. You've got, I haven't been watching. I don't even know the guy's name. Davis, who played for Kentucky, dominated in college, and just, how do you measure it? Do you take college players? So I think you have to measure the greatest basketball player of all time, one with them at their peak. Do you count achievement greater than ability, or are we talking sheer ability? And so for this argument, it's sheer ability. Not necessarily one-on-one, because real basketball is 5-on-5. And so and so we're talking about a player on the court with 4 other teammates playing against 5 other guys or girls, right? I mean, girls play basketball. I don't think any of the girls are in the greatest of all time basketball players. But I'm open for my eyes to be opened to it. Man, I'm getting a call from my wife. Should I shut down? Oh, we're gonna keep the show going for a little bit here. Maybe shut down early and I'll call her back. And so you've got to take the player at their peak. So if we're just talking ability and not accomplishment, but I think accomplishment comes in too, you know, but if we're talking sheer ability and at their peak, I think we have to talk about people like Pistol Pete Maravich, Bill Russell. I mean, I haven't even said Larry Bird yet. He should be in the conversation, I think. But when you say all these other names, yeah. When you say all these other names, even the most amazing historical players begin to pale in comparison to the modern era of basketball. Really, Kobe Bryant and onward. And that's after Michael Jordan. And I point to the world's fastest man, Usain Bolt, is that we are constantly pushing the edge. There was a time when the 4-minute mile was thought impossible. There was a time, I believe there was a time, where a sub 10-second 100-meter sprint was thought impossible. Physically, humanly impossible. But what we're seeing, and what we've seen over time, is that the human body can be pushed further, and that we are constantly improving and exceeding what we thought were the edges of athletic ability. And so, as I was thinking about this question, who is the greatest basketball player of all time, I began to think, if I were playing pickup playground basketball, and I could pick anybody from all time at their peak, and I get to pick them first, and I'm going to pick 3 other guys, and I'm going to be adequate enough as the 5th. Who do I pick with my first pick? So I do want someone who's a winner. I want someone who's going to help me win. But I'm also going to look for sheer ability. And I don't know that anybody could be picked before LeBron James. I think he is the greatest basketball player of all time. And maybe that's a foregone conclusion. Maybe for everybody else, that's just like that's an easy. Oh yeah, he's the best, hands down. And he's won some championships. And he's won games, and he's put teams together, and he's lost some championships, right? But if I'm picking at the playground between Larry Bird at his peak, Michael Jordan at his peak, Dominique Wilkins at his peak. Can you see I grew up in the 80s and 90s? Lou Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at his peak, Magic Johnson, Karl Malone, Bill Russell, who, you know, rightfully, I can't speak to what I might call the ancients in the Basketball Hall of Fame. And but who do I pick with my first pick? I think it has to be LeBron James. I think I pick him before Kevin Durant. I pick him before Steph Curry. I pick him before Harden or any of the other stars of today. At their peak, I pick LeBron James. Now, what do I do with my second pick? I don't know. What do I do with my second pick? Let's say I'm picking 5. I'm the coach of the playground. Wasn't prepared for this, but I think I have. So let me tell you another reason you have to pick, that I have to pick LeBron James. Sheer genetic lottery. The guy is bigger, stronger, faster, jumpier than anybody else. He could have been an NFL running back or an NFL quarterback or a hockey enforcer. I mean, the guy, and maybe he has an incredible athletic regime. I don't know much about him. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm just talking. This is Sports Thursday with Austin on my drive into work. But who do I pick with my second pick? I think I have to go big. I think I have to go big if I'm filling out the greatest of all time team. And I love Shaquille O'Neal. I'm leaning that way. I don't know who else to pick, because this is what I would say about LeBron. He's just bigger. He's bigger than any of the guards from like the 1970s backwards. There is no one that could guard him. I'm not sure there's anyone who could guard him in the 80s. Could Dominique Wilkins? I don't even know if Dominique was any good at defense. I just remember his jump shot. He kind of kicked his feet out. I liked him. I mean, could Michael Jordan? Could he shut down LeBron James defensively? I feel like LeBron James is like twice as wide in the shoulders as Michael Jordan. I mean, is he 3 inches taller? I don't know. An inch taller? I don't know who could stop him from history. But so if I'm picking my greatest of all time team, so I've got to go big again, right? I mean, at their peak, who do I want in the paint as my center? And there's gonna, you can let me know. Obviously, people talk about guards win games. I've already got the greatest player of all time on my team in LeBron James, so I've got that partially covered. I go with Shaquille O'Neal. I don't know. I can't think of anyone else that is more intimidating size-wise with athletic ability. Maybe Pau Gasol, another modern player. I don't think I pick Sabonis, even though he's a better do I pick Dirk Nowitzki? Once again, he's a guard, not a center, but I'm picking size. So I go with Shaquille O'Neal as my second pick. Not that he's the second greatest player of all time, but if I were picking on the playground, I will pick him. So what do I go for third? Third, I think I need a defender. I think I need a role player. I think I need someone who's going to do their job. And see, and that brings into the decision making, like a Scottie Pippen. I love Robert Parrish with the Celtics. It brings these type of players who know their role and are winners and just can deliver. I think it brings Kevin Durant into, who I think may be the greatest player right now. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was the MVP last year. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of NBA. I'm way outside of my zone of interest. Well, not interest. I'm very interested in this. I just don't watch a lot of games. I'm not informed on this. Someone's going to pick better than me. But I've got LeBron on the court. I've got Shaquille on the court at their peaks. I remember seeing Shaquille, that dunk from Kobe. Man, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, is he on the team? So, but number 3, I'm not going for a scorer necessarily, although I think this player is going to be a scorer. But I'm looking for an all-around player, and that can fill the role, knows their role. And I don't know how good this guy is at defense, but I'm going to pick him. I thought I needed a defender, but I think I'm going to pick Kevin Durant. I think I picked Kevin Durant over Michael Jordan. Ouch. I mean, if I'm picking, do I pick Kevin Durant over Charles Barkley? A winner, a player, get it done kind of guy? Yeah. Yeah. Kevin Durant. So who do I pick next? So I've got my point guard. I'm having LeBron James run point guard. I've got my small forward in Kevin Durant. I've got my center in Shaquille O'Neal. So now I'm really looking for a shooting guard, my 2 guard, my scorer, and a 4-man. So who do I pick for my shooting guard? Because I really think that's where I need to go next. Because we know it's the guards that can make all the difference. And the greatest team of all time. This went from the greatest player of all time to the greatest team of all time. Putting it together. And I think for the 2 guard, I need a score. I want defense. I want someone who can play with others. I mean, now my team is so stacked. How am I getting my guys enough touches to be effective? And I think you've seen it with Kevin Durant. He can play with people that are good. He can play with Steph Curry and get his points, but also let them get theirs. LeBron did it with the big 3 in Miami. He can play well with others. Played great with Dwayne Wade. Who do I pick? Do I pick up Magic Johnson and let LeBron and Magic run, kind of run the 1-2 in tandem? I don't know. Do I pick Dirk Nowitzki? The problem with Dirk is that you have to run the offense through him for him to be effective. And while he's 7 foot, he can be a defensive liability. And you have got to, you've got to, but he's 7 feet tall, 2 guard, scorer. I mean, do I pick him or Michael Jordan? Do I pick him or Magic Johnson? Do I pick him or Larry Bird, a scorer? Just a prolific scorer. Man, you throw Larry in there. What about Kobe Bryant? I mean, goodness gracious. And then do you go all the way back to a Pistol Pete? I don't think you can. It was just a different era. I don't have that much familiarity with him, but I just don't think he could hang. I mean, were they even dunking the ball back then? Did they even have breakaway rims? was that Ham guy from Texas Tech breaking backboards back in the day. You know, they weren't. So, for the 2 guard, I need to make a call here. I am picking, and it's hard. I think I'm going to pick Michael Jordan. Clutch, winner. Apparently he's a jerk. People say he's a jerk. I guess he's a jerk. I don't know. And that kind of affects it, right? If someone's a jerk, I don't want them to be on my team if I'm going to coach it. But we are talking about the greatest team of all time. And so I don't want to get personality too much into it. But, I mean, goodness gracious. Or do I pick Kobe? Do I pick Kobe or Michael? I don't think Magic. I don't think so. Do I pick Larry Bird at his peak, a winner, a competitor? I think I'm picking Michael Jordan. Clutch, great defender, competitor, and certainly deserves to be on the greatest team of all time. So now I've got 4 players on there. I've got Kevin Durant, I've got Michael Jordan, I've got LeBron James, and I've got Shaquille O'Neal. There's got to be, is there someone better than Shaquille O'Neal to play center? I think the body makes the difference. I want him on my team. And so that leaves the 4 position. And I don't need any more points. I've got enough points on the floor. I've got Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan. I can score points. I've got Shaquille to clean up, to clear out. So who do I pick as my 4-man? I mean, do you pick Karl Malone as a power forward? I could pick another small forward and move Kevin Durant to power forward. But maybe that leaves me exposed defensively. Pick. So here's who I pick. Here's who I'm leaning towards. I mean, go back to Dominique Wilkins. Once again, I already have. Not everyone's getting enough touches. Do I pick Robert Parrish of the Boston Celtics as number 5 on the greatest team of all time? Do I pick Dennis Rodman? Do I put Dennis Rodman in there as a role player when he, I mean, both with the Pistons? Can you tell that I'm 80s and 90s focused on this? I mean, goodness gracious. I don't even know any of the modern players. Who could I pick? I mean, I think Parrish might be exposed by these other modern players in that position, but put him on this team with these other 4 guys, have I just created the greatest team of all time? Is there any group of 5 men that could beat them? Could I fill the forward position, the power forward, at 6'6" and not lose to anybody? I mean, are those 4 guys that dominant? I would love for you to comment and tell me your greatest team of all time and your greatest player of all time, and tell me your opinion if you want to put it in the comments. But Robert Parrish, I mean, I just like the idea of it. The guy played until he was 38 or 39. He was on championship teams. Or do I pick, do I pick a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to, basically put two centers on the court with him and Shaquille? I'm talking about on the court. I'm not. Is there someone I'm forgetting? Do I put a Pau Gasol or a Dirk Nowitzki as a? Or do I slide everybody down and do I get a shooter? Do I need a Steve Kerr on this greatest team of all times? Do I need a Paxton like the Bulls had in their run? Do I need a Dan Marley? See, yeah, I mean, you can tell when I watched basketball. No, I'm going with it. I'm going with it. No. I'm moving Kevin Durant to the 4 spot. And I know that's a stretch for him. I think he can defend it. Or I'm having LeBron defend the 4. One of those two are switching off defending the 4. And I'm adding Larry Bird. I'm putting Larry Bird on there. Competitor, shooter, clutch. Slot him in wherever you need to. I think Larry, in his peak, before he used to go lay over on the side with his back issues, could even defend the 4. I'm putting Larry, and now I've got more firepower. I don't have enough touches. Who's ever got the hot hand on the night is getting the touches. So, Shaquille O'Neal, the worst free throw shooter of all time. No, he's not. That other tall guy who could dunk. Tom Chambers. Tom Chambers, wasn't he the worst free throw shooter of all time? But that dude could dunk. I don't know if you ever watched his highlights. Watch his highlights. That dude could. So there you have it. I just picked Larry Bird over Dirk Nowitzki because he's more agile. He's more agile than Dirk. And I feel like Larry could add to the team. Yeah. So there you have it. The greatest player of all time, LeBron James. Then we're adding who I consider the greatest center of all time, Shaquille O'Neal. I'm not looking for points, I'm looking for size. Then I'm looking for the next best player of all time. And I'm leaning towards Kevin Durant. How crazy is that? Skipping over Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. Then I'm throwing Michael Jordan on my team. And then I'm throwing Larry Bird. And I think I can match up with anybody with that size. And I think I have the greatest team. The greatest basketball team of all time. And I'm here. I'm here at work. I've arrived. And there you've got it. No challenge today. Just talking basketball. Just talking sports on the line drive with Austin. Hope you have a fantastic day. Build something great. Always be growing. You got it. Have a great one. Bye.